Hi John, hey Jaguars. This is Miss Schooler again in her kitchen studio. So today I want to talk about poetry. April is National Poetry Month. So what is poetry? Well, it's a collection of poems, and the poems are written by poets. But what is a poem? Well, a poem is a certain kind of writing, and a lot of people think, oh, it has to rhyme. Doesn't have to rhyme. It can rhyme, but it doesn't have to. But it's a way for a poet, person who writes a poem, to share something special from them, something they want the reader to notice or see in a different way or to feel. Sometimes poems tell a story. Sometimes they describe something you might see in nature, or maybe they just talk about feelings. Sometimes poems are silly, and that's what I want to share with you today. A kind of silly poem, but poems also love words and how words sound and what words mean, and so this poem has some silly words in it too. And this poem is about jelly. This is grape jelly. And if you notice, you can tell, when I shake the plate, that jelly shakes along with it. And that's what this poem is about. The poem is called Jelly on the Plate. Jelly on the plate. Jelly on the plate. Jelly on the plate. Wibble wobble, jelly on the plate. See, isn't that kind of a silly poem about jelly? But it makes you notice how the jelly moves. It wibble wobbles. And isn't that exactly what jelly does? You will notice also that there was a pattern to this poem. The first two lines were exactly the same. Jelly on the plate. Jelly on the plate. Same line said again. Then we have a new line with some very silly words. Wibble wobble, wibble wobble. And then we have the first line again. Jelly on the plate. Now wobble is a real word, and it means wobble. Wibble, I think, is a made-up word, but it goes so well with wobble. Wibble wobble, wibble wobble. Now here's two other poems that follow the same pattern. Paper on the floor, paper on the floor. Pick it up, paper on the floor. Piggy in the house, piggy in the house. Kick him out, piggy in the house. So I thought it would be fun to try and write one of these poems. And so I was trying to think, what would I write a poem about? And so I had to think of something, and then I would think about where it was. So I looked around my kitchen and I saw a toaster. What goes in a toaster? Bread. So that's what my poem was. It's right here. I will put it up for you. You can see it. Bread in the toaster. Bread in the toaster. Popping up, bread in the toaster. See, you can make a poem about anything. I like these poems because they actually have some actions you could do with them. You could wibble wobble with the jelly. You can pick up the paper that was on the floor. You can kick out the piggy. And in this one, you can pop up from the toaster. Shall we read this one again? Let's read it together. Bread in the toaster. Bread in the toaster. Popping up, bread in the toaster. Now I bet you could come up with some of your own poems. And if you do, have your parents email your poem to me. They'll know how to do it. I would love to see what you create because everyone can be a poet.